The next part of the lesson has a concept summary of all the different solutions of linear systems. You need to become familiar with these terms because you will be tested on them. If two lines meet in one spot, that is one solution. The solution is the x, y value that they meet at. That's called consistent, and it's also called independent. If you graph two lines and they're the exact same line, the answer is infinitely many solutions. You can write it with sideways cursive 8 and write solutions. That stands for infinite solutions. This is called consistent, and it's also called dependent. The next type of graph you might have is when you have parallel lines when you graph them. These will have no solution because they don't meet, and they will be inconsistent because there's no answer. In the first one, you should notice that the slopes, abbreviated as m, are different. An example be something like y equals 3x and something like y equals negative 1/5 at x plus 4, as long as the slopes are different. The second one, the equations reduce to the same thing. For example, 2x plus 2y equals 40, and x plus y equals 20 would both reduce to the same equation, and therefore would be the same line. The last example would be parallel lines. In these ones, the slope, abbreviated as m, are the same, but the y-intercept must be different. For example, y equals 2x plus 1 and y equals 2x plus 5. We're going to apply this on the next page. In problem 4, the title says to classify without graphing. Without graphing is it independent, dependent, or inconsistent? We'll solve each one from y and compare. The first equation, let's solve it for y. So 4y equals a positive 2x plus 6, positive 2 because we moved it over, and y equals 1/2 x plus 3/2. Notice I reduced the fractions when I divide by 4. In the second step, we will divide each by 8. So I will get y equals a positive 1/2 x minus 12 over 8 is 3 over 2. Notice that while these have the same slope and almost the same y-intercept, one y-intercept is positive and one y-intercept is negative. So I have the same slope, I have different y-intercept. Therefore, the problem is, if we look back at our sheet, they would be parallel lines, so they have no solution, they're inconsistent. So to answer the question, we can say they are inconsistent with no solution. In the got it problem, we'll solve for y one more time. In the first one, y equals 3x plus 4. And the second one, negative 1/3 y equals negative x plus 1. We must multiply this entire thing by negative 3. So we get positive y equals positive 3x minus 3. I got that by multiplying by negative 3 to clear my fractions and the negative sign. These again have the same slope, different y-intercept, so this would be inconsistent, and there would be no solution.